Hey guys, Retro Mikey 78 here, and today we're going to go over my Super Nintendo collection. This was brought to you by one of my subscribers asking me a question. Put that up here. Kennedy Love asked, how many Super Nintendo games do I have in my collection? And if I would do a video showcasing my SNES collection. So, that's what this is. And any of you guys out there that have seen my collection and want me to do a video on something, and if I get time to do it, give me a shout out, and hey, I'll be more than happy to go over something. You know, you guys give me ideas for a video. That's what this is. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Just to let you know, we're also shooting this for the first time on my brand new Galaxy S10 Plus. So, we'll see how it turns out. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave me a like, a subscribe, and a share. Alright, we're going to cover the loose part first. Then we'll go over my boxes. Then I'll cut away and I'll show you my other accessories and stuff I have for the Super Nintendo. But before I get into this, I'll give you guys a little brief history about me and Super Nintendo. I grew up in the 80s and, you know, as a young kid, teenager in the 90s. When the Super Nintendo came out, my parents told me, you have a Nintendo, I'm not buying you another one. So, me playing a Super was just at friend's house. I never got to play one until I got out of high school and decided to buy a used one. And then at that time, I just dabbled in it. I only played a few games. I've amassed this collection over the last year and a couple months. As of January 2018, I had no Super Nintendo games, so I've yet to play all these. I've played probably about 40% of them, some. But that being said, we'll go through them. I'll try to explain what I have and tell you little stories about some of them, but we'll shoot through them pretty quickly. Alright, first one on the list is Acme Fun Factor. Don't know much about this game. It looks like it's some type of Acme. Alright, it's Acme Animation Factory is what it said. I don't know why I said that wrong, but it looks like it's some type of editing factory game. I'm thinking you probably actually use the SNES mouse with it. I haven't looked it up to find out, but hey, I got one of those, so that's cool. Next is the Addams Family Pugsley Scavenger Hunt. Never tried that game out yet. The only thing I've done with all these games is just stick them in, turn the system on. Okay, they work, so I can play them again later. I have Animaniacs. The Art of Fighting. Still haven't tried that one out. One that I probably never will try out. Basson's Black Bass. Got it cheap at a yard sale somewhere. Batman Forever. And just picked this up the other day. Haven't even tested it yet. Batman Returns. Battle Cars. I bought this wanting to play it, and I almost keep forgetting I have it. Battle Clash. I checked this out back when I checked out the Super Scope. It was an alright game. Wasn't that fun. But it's another Super Scope game. I think I own all the Super Scope games but 2. Boxing's Legends of the Ring. Clay Fighter. Still think the 64 version's better. Clue. Contra 3, Alien Wars. I played a lot of that. Cliffhanger. Dig and Spike Volleyball. And Disney's Aladdin to finish that stack. Ooh. At one point you guys will probably laugh because I'm sure one of these stacks are gonna fall. Alright, yeah, in this stack we have Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country 2. I have Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim 2. I like the Earthworm Jim games a lot. They get extremely difficult near the end, kind of like the Donkey Kong Countries, but the Earthworm Jim games are fun. The Flintstones, the movie game, but based on the movie with John Goodman and Rick Moranis, it's not a bad game. Frogger. Played a lot of this when I was a kid. Gradius 3, buddy of mine had it. We played a lot. The Incredible Crash Test Dummies. The Incredible Hulk. I haven't even checked this one yet either. It's got this just about 2 weeks ago, I think. Indiana Jones' Greatest Adventures. John Madden Football. Judge Dredd. Jungle Strike. Just picked this up in VGM the other day, so haven't checked it yet. Justice League Task Force. Kawasaki Caribbean Challenge. And King Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run. A lot of the sports games, I don't even know if I've checked all the sports games. I kind of just collect them to add them to the collection, but not real interested. Played a lot of this back when I had my first Super Nintendo I ever had. Killer Instinct. I've actually never played Kirby's Avalanche. I turned it on. It does work, but I've never played it yet. Need to. I don't know what this one is. All I did was turn it on and check it. It's called Lagoon. One of these days I'll put it in, check out what it is, but got so many games I'm trying to play all the time, it's hard to do. Last Action Hero. Wasn't a bad game. The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. Still never beat this game. Back in the day, I did go about halfway through it, but I never beat it. Lethal Enforcers. I need to find the gun for the Super for this. Madden 95. The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Mario's Missing. I actually have 2 Mario paints. I keep one down in the collection to remind me I have it. Then I have another one up on the shelf where I display the Mario paint, the mouse, and the mouse pad. I'll show a picture of that right now because I ain't gonna get it down. It's way up there. But yeah, I got that collection. That's where the mouse pad, and the Mario paint sits. Because honestly, I don't like playing Mario paint. I played it one time and wasn't a fan of it. Mickey Mania, The Timeless Adventures of Mickey Mouse. Got this at that flea market the other day. Still haven't tested it. Monopoly. And then gotta have the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 in every SNES collection. And NCAA basketball. And you guys are wondering, I finished going through these piles. I'm turning upside down. My wife takes them and flips them back around and puts them right back on the shelf. So we're trying to do this and stay organized because this is our 4th time doing this video because I've messed it up several times. So here we go. NHL 96. NHL PA Hockey. NHL Stanley Cup. Nickelodeon Real Monsters. Nigel Mansell's World Championship. Out to Lunch. I keep forgetting that I have this game. I need to try it. It sounded interesting. I looked up what it was about. Pack Attack. I played a lot of this on the Game Boy Advance. Really do like that game. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. A really rough copy of Paperboy 2. Still works, but it was rough. Pinball Dreams. Pitfall, The Mayan Adventure. Porky Pig's Haunted House. This is actually a fun game. I actually enjoy that. RoboCop versus Terminator. I have this. It's a fun game, but honestly, I really, really want the box that looks like a the microchip from the Terminator series. I probably won't be satisfied with that one until I get it complete in that box. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. It's a pretty fun game. It gets extremely difficult after a couple of levels. Sequest DVS. Bought this. Haven't never played it yet. But it was sentimental to me because I love the Sequest show back in the late 90s. And Shaq Fu. Pass that over. We got two more big stacks, folks, and then one more little stack, and then we'll move on to the box games. All right, we got Sim City, Smart Ball. I haven't played this. I bought it because I was reading about it. It looked kind of fun. Got it cheap one day. Space Invaders. This is a fun port of it. Speed Racer. Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Venom, and Maximum Carnage. Spider-Man X-Men Arcade Revenge. This is a really fun game too. Played a lot of that one. Super Bases Loaded 2. A rough copy of Super Battleship, but sad thing is I got 3 of these that day at that yard sale, and this was probably the best one of the 3. Super Bowling. Picked a lot of these up last year at a yard sale. I don't remember what video it was, but it was right before the 4th of July. Picked a lot of them up for $1 a piece. So, on with the video. We got Super Double Dragon. Super Mario World. Still never beat that game. Don't know why. I lose interest in it about halfway through. Super Mario World 2. Yoshi's Island. Super Mario All-Stars. And Super Mario All-Stars with Super Mario World. And then I have a homebrew here. I have Super Mario RPG Armageddon. Super Mario RPG is one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. I really found it to be easy like a lot of other people. So I found this Armageddon copy where they made the game extremely difficult. And let me tell you, I still can't beat this version. I've tried. But that being said, I wanted to buy it, get myself a copy because it just sounded fun to try. Alright, we have Super Pinball Behind the Mask. Super Punch-Out. Yeah, it's an alright copy. It worked. That was my main thing. Super Off-Road. A really clean copy of Super Star Wars. Super Return of the Jedi. Star Fox. Big Star Trek fan, so I had to pick up Star Trek Deep Space Nine Crossroads of Time. Still never played it though. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 Alpha 2. Stunt Race. That's a fun game. Here's one I played it to death. Back in the day, I even owned a 360 copy of this before they got rid of it. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. This one of my favorite turtle games. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. Tiny Toons Busters Bust Loose. This here is a fun game. I haven't played the Super version, but I did play the Genesis before I got rid of it. The Venom and Spider-Man Separation Anxiety. Just picked this up 2 days ago. Wayne's World from VGM. Haven't checked it. Wing Commander. Love the original Wing Commander games on the PC and PlayStation 1. I even actually like the movie, so hey, picked this up. Haven't played it. I did test it to see if it worked, but that's about it. And the last little pile here. Picked this up at a flea market. Wings 2 Aces High. Got this at Comic-Con last year. I try to get this on every port I can. Wolfenstein 3D.
Comic-Con.
Oh, GameCon. Thank you. Hey, that's why my wife's here. She corrects me. Wolverine Adamantium Revenge. Yeah, we've been to the Missouri Comic-Con. We've been to the Missouri GameCon, so I get confused sometimes. Wordtress. WWF World Rumble. WWF Super WrestleMania. And WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. And the last one in my group that I have, Yoshi's Cookie. Alright. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Recording?
Yeah.
Alright guys, this is my box collection. Not very big. It's just stuff, that I've kind of collected here and there. Got different places, so we'll run through these. And then like I said, we'll show you the systems and accessories I have. So we have a box copy of Yoshi's Safari. We have Williams Arcade Greatest Hits. Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. A sealed copy of Vegas Stakes. Disney's Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games.
Timon.
What'd I say?
Timon.
Fine. Timon and Pumbaa. I said it wrong. You know how long it's been since I've watched Lion King? Tetris and Dr. Mario. Tetris 2. Tetris Attack. And we got Tasmania. T2. This is a weird game. It plays on the mouse and the scope. I put it in. I've tried both controllers, and I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't work as well as you think. A really nice box copy of Super Empire Strikes Back. Super Smash TV. Oop, upside down. One of my favorite games. I said that before, but this is a nice copy. No tears on the edges, no bends, no tear, anything. But a complete copy of Mario RPG and the Legend of the Seven Stars. Like I said, anybody wanting to collect for the Super, this I think is a must game. It's one of the funnest games on the system. Another really nice clean copy of Super Mario Kart. A sealed copy with still got the hang tag on it of Super Tennis. A box copy, doesn't have the manual in it, but it's a box of the game of Super Castlevania 4. The game's in immaculate condition, but the box has seen better days. Scooby-Doo Mystery. And here's a homebrew that was just released not too long ago. It's Return of the Double Dragon. It's a English version of a Japanese game. The sad thing is, after I bought this, I didn't realize that when I pre-ordered it, that it only plays in Retron systems. It doesn't play in original SNESs. I've got a Retron 5, which is alright with me. I can play it, but I feel sorry for anybody that buys it thinking they're going to play it in the Super Nintendo system. It says SNES console compatible. Instead of saying Super Nintendo Entertainment System, all that tells me is you better have a Retron system to play it. Here's a sad thing, folks. I have Pilot Wings. Box, manual, everything inside it. No game. I bought this with a lot of boxes I bought once and thought, oh yeah, I got Pilot Wings. I was thinking of Pilot Wings on the 64. So I still haven't came across the game cheap. I'll find it probably sometime this summer or next summer. It's no big deal. When I find one, I'll put it in there. Miss Pac-Man. Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. It's a game for the Super Scope. It's not very fun. I didn't care much for it. Lemmings. It's a really fun game. You guys ever played it? You sit there and you guide the lemmings through challenges and stuff, trying to get them through the end of the maze. Lethal Weapon. Jurassic Park. And we have Jeopardy, the deluxe edition. Family Feud. I don't think there's an insert in this one, folks. So I ran out of a bunch of the inserts in them, so what? I have to check that out when we order some more. A copy of Doom. There's the manual and everything inside this copy. It's a nice one. Donkey Kong Country 3 is the only box I have for the Donkey Kong Countries, but even this box, like this Castlevania one, I got it real cheap on a discount because it's got creases on it and stuff, but it still looks nice on the shelf just like this. Desert Strike. And then, actually at the end of the alphabet, one of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo, I've played probably 100 times, is Cool Spot. I think it's a really fun game. Like the graphics, love the comedy in it. The controls are great. Just all around a fun game to me. And then, and then the last box game I wanted to talk about is Boogerman. This is an interesting game for those of you that don't know much about it, because it's also a kind of rarer game. I know in a box copy like this, it's about $170 to $180. But, and I didn't pay nowhere near that. I got the game and manual off a guy here in Missouri for about $45. Then I actually got the box for about $38 on eBay. Somebody was just selling the box alone. I mean, it's got a few nicks and dings on it, but overall, it's probably about a 5 out of 10. But it's a kind of a grotesque game for some people. The guy gets superpowers and uses his farts and belches for weapons. But the weirdest thing about this is I also have it for the Genesis. It's one of these games I just don't get rid of. But the difference is, on the Super Nintendo, I don't know what the differences are between the two games, but on the Super, it's rated kids to adults for ages 6 and up. And on the Genesis, it's rated M8-13. Now, I can't find the reason that these two games are rated differently. I played both copies, and I don't see the differences. So, if anybody out there knows anything about this, please shoot me up in the comments, because I'd like to know what's the difference between these two Boogermans. Why is one rated for kids, and why is one rated for mature at 13? Sorry. But, like I said, that's the last of my box games. So, hey, be right back. I'm going to get down all the Super Nintendo stuff, and we'll show you that. Alright, guys. Like I said, we're going to show off the few accessories I have. I showed you a picture of the mouse during the video. The mouse pad. I'm not getting that down because I got to go out to the garage, get a ladder, climb up there, get it down. I rarely play with it. I don't like the mouse, so like I said, it's just going to stay up there. But show you off, this is my SNES Advantage I have. I'm not going to show you all the regular controllers I have. Everybody's seen a regular Super Nintendo controller, but I play a lot with the SNES Advantage. Kind of like it. You know, the turbo aspects of it, all this. They're turning all the rapid fire on. Got your start and select, and you even got your slow button, which those of you that don't know what the slow button does, it just takes the start button and just taps it like you're doing rapid fire on it. But that's a nice controller to have. I bought a complete box copy of the Game Genie. Came with the regular book and the Game Genie in it. Had a couple extra manuals and stuff. the warranty cards. So it was a nice addition to my system. I have two Super Nintendos here. I have the Super Nintendo Junior. Think I'm going to get a buddy of mine to whiten this year. Got a really good deal on this. Guy at work didn't really know what he had. He goes, I'll sell you a Super Nintendo system. I said, well, what kind is it? And he goes, just a Super. And he didn't realize that there was two of them. He said he just had this in his attic for years. So I got this and a couple controllers off of him for a really, really cheap price. Then I got the other Super Nintendo system. I always keep the dust cover on this one because it is in really, really nice shape. But yeah, this is my main Super Nintendo console that I use. And like most people, I have the SNES Classic along with my NES Classic that I keep up there. Honestly, I've never played this, never even turned it on. So more or less, this just sets up there as a piece. I didn't even pay the full $80 for this. I actually had two NES Classics, and a guy when these came out, a guy traded me an NES Classic for a SNES. So actually, I got it $20 cheaper is the way I figure it, because I found the two NES Classics back when they came out. But that being said, I got those, all this. I have a old Super Nintendo box that I set up on my shelf. It's seen better days, but all it is just a display piece box. Then the other thing that sits up there with that box is a complete, almost near mint Super Nintendo scope. I'll pull it out here. I know I've done it once on a video before when I got it. But these are hard to find like this, even with this piece of cardboard, but there is no yellowing whatsoever. It's complete, has the manual, everything in it. We've tested it out, we've played it. Yeah. Alright guys, so this has been my Super Nintendo collection. This is everything I have for the Super, besides the extra little controllers and hookups. I'm not showing all that. I just counted them up. We have 136 games. So that's not bad for a year and 2 months collecting, because we started last year in January doing the collecting. Some of these pieces are really nice pieces. Some of them not so nice. I mean, I'm always looking for a condition upgrade. If I get a game in a lot and it looks better than something I have, I'll upgrade it. But hey, I hope you guys liked the video. Like I said, you guys want to comment on anything else I got in the room, want a video on it, give me a shout out. I'm free to do anything when I get time. I want to give a quick shout out to Kennedy Love for suggesting the video. I hope you liked it. I hope everybody else did. Don't forget to leave a like, a subscribe, and a share. I'll see you back here again real soon with some more content. Thanks.